Welcome to the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing from Monday, November 8th. Over the last 7 days, we've had precipitation mainly target the northern half of the Great Basin, and over the last 14 days, a bigger storm moved in October, bringing well above normal precipitation to much of the Sierra into western and northern Nevada and Idaho. Looking at our recent snowfall over the last 72 hours, we've had new snowfall across parts of the higher elevations of central and eastern Idaho into Wyoming, and much lighter snowfall down into northern Nevada and northern Utah and the Sierra. Our snow depth is also listed on the right. However, looking at our snowpack, you can still see well above normal snowpack for the time of year for much of Nevada, and then near normal over parts of central Idaho. Otherwise, the snowfall we had a couple of weeks ago over the rest of Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah has been dwindling and has now mostly either melted or is below normal for the time of year. Looking at our satellite loop from this morning, we have a strong area of low pressure off the west coast with the trough moving inland. This will generate some strong winds over parts of the western areas of the Great Basin going into tonight and into tomorrow morning, and then continuing to remain breezy throughout the middle of the week. We'll also see clouds move across the area like we're seeing this morning with a few light showers, but we will see those showers increase, especially over western areas of the Great Basin as we go into the next couple of days. Looking at our weather pattern for later today, you can see the moisture moving into northern California and western Nevada and exiting parts of Wyoming. We will see the ventilation index or dispersion improve over especially parts of southern and northern areas as that trough moves in and the winds increase. So today our gusty winds will be again over parts of the Arizona Strip and southern Utah, also parts of the higher elevations of the Sierra and parts of Idaho, but today winds will not be as gusty as what we'll see tonight and tomorrow, and we'll generally see those wind gusts in the 20s or 30s in some of those areas, with lighter winds over central areas of the Great Basin. Mixing heights will remain moderate. As we move into Tuesday, this trough quickly moves across the Great Basin. Again, we'll have those stronger winds tonight during the overnight period into tomorrow morning, especially over western areas of the Great Basin. We could see some pretty strong downslope winds on the eastern side of the Sierra going into the Sierra front. So again, that'll be tonight into tomorrow. And again, good dispersion as that trough moves through, pushing precipitation through, and also gusty winds. So on Tuesday, the strongest winds will really be located over all of the Great Basin with the exception of parts of southern Nevada. The strongest winds will likely be downwind of the Sierra along the Sierra front, where we could see gusts above 50 or 60 miles per hour tonight and tomorrow morning, and then remaining breezy as we go through the day tomorrow. Also, winds again increasing across all areas of the Great Basin with most of the gusts in the 30s or even into the 40s. Mixing heights will remain moderate to high across the region. Going into Wednesday, we start to see a ridge of high pressure building off the west coast. We'll still continue to see weak impulses move across northern areas of the Great Basin and over eastern sides of the Great Basin as that trough exits. We will see showers continue on Wednesday over mainly the eastern and northern half of the region. Dispersion will remain good with those breezy northwest winds behind the first trough. Looking at the transport winds on Wednesday, again you can see those breezy winds remaining across many areas of the Great Basin, especially in the higher terrain, with mixing heights remaining moderate to high. Looking at the Utah Forecast Clearing Index for the next few days, as those winds increase, we will see clearing indices increase as well, especially going into Tuesday, Wednesday, but still remaining somewhat low, especially over western and northern areas of Utah today, again before those clearing indices start to increase. Overall forecast amounts of precipitation are shown here with the system moving through. Again, this is mainly going into tonight and really Tuesday, Wednesday with this precipitation. You can see the heaviest areas will be in the Sierra, where we could see a couple of inches of new liquid precipitation, and that will translate to a couple of feet of new snow in some areas. Otherwise, not quite as heavy over the eastern half of the region, but we will see good precipitation amounts of up to a half inch or even over an inch in some locations of the higher terrain, especially of Idaho, Wyoming, into northern Utah. Still drier areas will remain over southern areas of the Great Basin. As we go into Thursday, the ridge of high pressure builds and still sending systems mainly over northern areas, so we will see unsettled weather continue across Idaho into Wyoming, going into later in the week with some showers and cloud cover. However, winds will be decreasing as that ridge builds in. On Friday, similar conditions, again that moisture remaining in the north with that ridge trying to build in from the south with drier and warmer conditions down south and lighter wind flow, so we will see poor dispersion across much of the area. And a similar pattern on Saturday, not quite as much moisture, but still some unsettled weather in the far north. And then moisture returning again on Sunday. Again, those impulses mainly targeting Idaho into Wyoming, with generally lighter amounts of precipitation later this week into the weekend. You can see the forecast amounts of precipitation, again fairly light, mostly cloud cover, but again some light precipitation expected. The 8 to 14-day outlook, taking us from November 15th through the 21st, shows warmer and drier conditions for the southern areas of the Great Basin. We will continue to see storm systems move through northern areas, bringing chances of precipitation and cooler temperatures, along with some breezy winds, especially to Idaho and Wyoming, going through the middle of the month. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back on Thursday for the latest updates.